What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video of the Football is Vida channel. And as you can see from the title of this video, yes, as a Barcelona fan, I am saying it. Real Madrid have basically already secured their spot for the round of 16. I hate to say it, but it's true. Fuck. So this is a couple hours after the Manchester City versus Arsenal game where Arsenal completely destroyed City 5-1, an embarrassing defeat for Manchester City. And after watching that game, it's pretty much giving me the idea that Real Madrid will get through against City easily and get to the round of 16. But yeah, we're going to talk about that in this video. But again, before we get into all that, like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time we upload. Share it to your friends that love football. And let me know down in the comments the question of the day for this video. Does City have a chance? Does City have a chance to beat Real Madrid? Will Real Madrid easily swipe them? Get them out the Champions League? Let me know what you guys think. But in my opinion, I think Real Madrid pretty much got it. So yeah, let's talk about it. So obviously, City go away to the Emirates to play Arsenal for their second time meeting each other in the league. Obviously, the first time they played each other, they tied 1-1 from a last minute goal from John Stones. We all saw that, the little stay humble from Haaland and all that stuff. But obviously, when we're analyzing throughout the season so far, Arsenal are doing better than Manchester City. Manchester City have fallen off a cliff this season. There's a lot of factors to blame. Pep's tactics, lack of player quality. The biggest factor you could say is the lack of Rodri. They don't have Rodri, the Ballon d'Or Rodri. So a lot of factors, but at the same time, with the team that City have, with the players that they have, and obviously Pep, the genius that he is, they should be doing better than they are right now. But yeah, this season has been a complete disaster for Manchester City compared to the recent seasons that they've had. And also, as we all know, Real Madrid drew Manchester City for the Champions League, where the first leg will be played at the Etihad, and the second leg will be played at the Santiago Bernabeu. For those who don't know, the reason that's at the Santiago Bernabeu is because Real Madrid finished on top of Manchester City in the Champions League table. So that's a major advantage for Real Madrid already. So, yeah, honestly, after watching this Arsenal, because I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that I watch City week in, week out. I just don't, because I don't really have time to watch all their games. Their games are mostly different times. So from the schedule that I'm, able to watch games, I mostly prioritize watching Barcelona games because I'm a Barca fan. But from the little I've seen of Manchester City this season, and especially from the game today, if that's the way that Pep is gonna line up and that's the way that Pep's gonna play against Real Madrid are gonna walk through them. Like, it's just like the amount of defensive errors, the amount of defensive what's it called, vulnerabilities. Like, they have no security in defense. And then when you look at the attack, lack of creativity, lack of awareness, just lack of link up plays. Like, oh my God, the way that Arsenal just completely ran through them, though, how easily they pressed them, how easily they got the ball off of them, it was just like not even a speck of what you would imagine Manchester City to be. Like, they were completely dominated today. And kudos to Arsenal for, their high press, man marking. They just gave very little options for Manchester City to create anything. Like, Manchester City were out the game like most of the game, honestly. The way that Manchester City were playing against Arsenal was honestly shocking. Like, the fact, like, I really don't understand Pep's system for this thing, because we saw moments where Nunez was playing basically the right back, going back and forth, up and down on the wing, and basically every time he got into the open space in the attack, did nothing but pass it backwards. Savinho on the left was basically useless. He really couldn't do much. Haaland was just getting completely locked up, because Haaland's not gonna have a good game for you unless the whole team around him is having a good game. Marmoush, Foden, Kovacic, like that midfield, there's just absolutely no balance in that midfield. I really don't understand what Pep's going with there. Like, playing two attacking midfielders and then one center midfielder. Like, he's mostly an 8 than anywhere near a 6. So that's already a massive disadvantage for Manchester City. And then their defensive line, like the fact, like, they attack and they attack with their wing backs. They try to attack with wing backs, and then they leave 3 in the back to try and defend. And the amount of times that Arsenal just easily pressed them, like when with the first goal, John Stones obviously gave Akanji a death ball, like that was a stupid ball to give to him. But at the same time, there was no other option for John Stones. I mean, he did have the option on the left. I don't know why he didn't do that, but it's the fact that there was less options in a compact space that Arsenal were putting them in. So John Stone, for some reason, tried to make that tried to play that pass, but Nunez was wide, Savinho was wide, then Kovacic was by himself in the middle, but he was getting man marked. Like there was like little options in terms of that. So if a team presses, City good in that aspect, they're done. They're gonna have trouble, and that's exactly how it's been the whole game because Arsenal were just running through them, hit them on the counter, and pressing them easily, where City had no options to get out their own half. Barely. When it comes to the goalkeeper situation, I really don't understand what's happening with Ederson. I don't know what, like, again, anyone that watches City week in, week out knows about that. Let me know what's happening with that because I really don't understand why Ortega today was a major, he was terrible for City today. He could have saved some shots. I think for the fourth goal from Luis Skelly's goal, he could have put it in a stronger hand. For even the last goal, he probably positioned himself a little bit better and try to save it. Yeah, he was not good enough today for Manchester City. In his distribution today either wasn't great. But at the same time, Arsenal were giving Manchester City barely any options. The fact that Manchester City let Havertz, Martinelli, Trossard, Odegaard easily run through them in between their lines, like I'm sorry, when they go up against Real Madrid, they're done. They're toast. Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinny, they don't stand a chance, man. They just don't stand a chance. Like the amount of space they left in between their lines, defending with the three in the back, like it's just not gonna work. And then expecting Nunez to come back and forth, up and down the pitch, like he's just gonna get cooked by Vinny easily, easily. I just don't see what Pep's system is right now. And then again with the two tens in the middle, Marmoush and Foden, no balance at all. Having Kovacic, who's not even a six, he's not even defensive minded like that, and then you're asking him to be defensive minded, and at the same time, try to play as a six, trying to get their team out of the back. Blame Bernardo Silva, trying to give him more of a defensive role when that's not his game either. So they were basically playing with three tens on the pitch today, which made no sense. I don't know what Pep's doing. And again, the likes of Haaland and all the other players really couldn't do much because Arsenal's defense and press man marking today was just perfect. They were all over them. So then that leads me to think that what chance do they have against Real Madrid? Real Madrid, as much though, the one thing I posted a TikTok about this, I said that Real Madrid were going to win this game. They were definitely favorites for this match to win this game because as much as Ancelotti's tactics aren't that great, as much as Real Madrid don't play the best football, City today have been or this season have been very very bad in terms of tactics and in terms of individual talents and individual performances. So Madrid already have an advantage when it comes to individual performances. Mbappe, Vinny, Bellingham, these are the players that can step up in these kind of games. And again, like I already mentioned, the second leg is going to be at the Bernabeu. Major disadvantage for City. There's no way they're going to not feel the pressure in their away from home and then try to be a Real Madrid side with a lot of talented, himmy players. So I also said that I had a little bit of hope for Manchester City just because when it comes to how Ancelotti has been losing this season in terms of like he lost to AC Milan, twice to Barca, even the first half against Borussia Dortmund, is because of tactic. Like he was out tactic. Like the other managers put up a tactical masterclass to break down the Real Madrid side, and they were able to get the win or get a little bit of advantage over Real Madrid. This season he has been out tactic, and that's the reason he lost some of the games he's lost this season. So in my mind, since Pep Guardiola is one of the best tacticians in the world of all time when it comes to football, he could figure something out to try and break Real Madrid's system and try to get them to be vulnerable in multiple situations and trying to beat them. But I really, if you can't even beat Arsenal, what makes anyone think that they're going to beat Real Madrid? Because Real Madrid just have talented players up top, smart, talented players who know how to get out. Like as much as we've seen in the past, like Mbappe struggle against Barcelona's high line and stuff like that. There's going to come a moment where they at least get one opportunity, and one opportunity can completely demolish them. Obviously, one of the disadvantages that Real Madrid have right now is that they don't have Rudiger, but now they have their parent reincarnation of Sergio Ramos, Raúl Asensio. I think when it comes to the 1v1 battle between Haaland and either Tchouaméni or Asensio, it will be against Asensio. I think Asensio has more, he's more aggressive, he's more confident as a center back than Tchouaméni. So I think when it comes to, because we know Rudiger in the past handled Haaland, so I think Asensio will be put up for that job today because I think Haaland can deal with Tchouaméni just because Tchouaméni's not defensively minded as a center back as the likes of Asensio or Rudiger are. So I think Asensio would definitely be the guy to handle Haaland for that game. And and I just don't see a world where Ancelotti starts Lucas Vasquez. Like if he starts Lucas Vasquez, okay, then the story might change a bit. But I'm pretty sure he's going to start Valverde on the right. And when it comes to the midfield battle, Real Madrid just have more balance, and yeah, they're just gonna have to. They're gonna run through Manchester City's midfield if he puts out that if Pep puts out that midfield, the Marmoush, Foden, Bernardo Silva, and Kovacic, don't forget about it. Like, man, Real Madrid are gonna run through them, and they're gonna easily break out of their press, easily get through them, and easily hit them on a counter, or just get through them and score a goal. But yeah, there's just absolutely no balance in Manchester City's midfield, and defensively wise, they're so like I really don't understand. I think Ruben Diaz is injured right now. The likes of I think like Doku was someone I was expecting to come on, but I didn't know like he was also feeling some muscular discomfort, so that's why they didn't play. That's why Savinho was playing on the left, when again still made no sense to me. But yeah, there's just no way that Manchester City win this game unless they just do what they maybe should plan to do, which is play defensive as hell. Play defense, just play defense like Pep did against Atletico Madrid once when they play in the Champions League. I think that's what they're gonna have to do against Real Madrid. Just play a defensive line, play a low block, because for any team, a low block is already a difficult thing, and Real Madrid already have been struggling with low blocks as much as Barca has too. So if they put up a low block, trying to hit them on the counter with the likes of Haaland and Foden in transition, then maybe City can get something out of this. But no, it's gonna take a lot from the Manchester City players to have to step up and attack. Tactical masterclass from Pep to beat Ancelotti for this Champions League fixture. But oh man, I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but I think Real Madrid are gonna run through them. I think Real Madrid are gonna beat them. I think Real Madrid are gonna. I don't think it's gonna be a field day. I don't think Real Madrid are gonna like destroy them, but I think Real Madrid would comfortably get the win, comfortably dominate the games, and comfortably, be more secure. We'll definitely probably see Pep City, control the ball a little bit more, hold more possession and stuff. But when it comes to the attacks and being more clinical and creating more chances, I think it will be mostly for Real Madrid. But again, it's gonna take a lot of the players to have to step up for this match, and Pep to put up a good put up a good lineup. Again, when it comes to the defensive line, I think he'll probably go with the same, because I don't know how long Ruben Diaz is out. If Ruben Diaz was available, 100% will put him in, but he'll probably go with Stones, Gavardi on the left, Akanji, and maybe Rico Lewis as a right back, because he's a little bit better at defense than than Nunez, and going forward on the flank can do a little bit more, could offer you than Nunez, because I would pay Nunez, Kovacic, and then a 10, whoever it may be, either what's his name, Marmoush or Foden. I would personally go with Foden, because as much as he's not having a great season, there's still moments in him where he can pop off and do something for you. Like against Real Madrid last season, Foden was ghost town most of that game, and then out of nowhere scored a banger for you. So he could probably potentially do that for this game. But yeah, I would probably start Foden over Marmoush. I think Marmoush still needs more time to adapt to the team, adapt to the system, adapt to everything. And so yeah, I would put Foden, and then up top, Doku, if he's available, 100% play him. He can give a little bit more trouble to Valverde, because I'm pretty certain that Valverde will start this match as a right back. I just don't see him playing Lucas. If he plays Lucas Vasquez, then the story will change. But I think Valverde, and if it's Valverde, then put Doku on him to give him a little bit more trouble. And when it comes to up top, Haaland, and then on the right, Savinho. And if he would want to play Marmoush, then put Marmoush to the middle, and then put Foden on the right. That's how I would line up for Manchester City, because when it comes to Real Madrid, I think Ancelotti will go with the basic lineup of Courtois in goal, Valverde on the right, Tchouaméni, Raúl Asensio. Left back, he'll go with Ferland Mendy. He'll go with Ferland Mendy for left back. Midfield of Camavinga, Bellingham, and maybe Ceballos for a little bit more control. And then up top, Mbappe, Vini, and Rodrigo. I think that's the lineup that Ancelotti will most likely go with. And, again, when it comes to hitting them in the counter, like Real Madrid are not going to care that City hold on to the ball. They're just going to care of taking advantage of the little spaces in between the lines that Miss City have offered Arsenal today. They'll look at that and be like, give me the ball. Little over the top, do something. Once I get through those lines, they're done. No one's catching up. Akanji, Gavardio, no one's catching up, bro. No one's catching up. But Ah, man, I hate to say it, but I just don't see how City beat Real Madrid right now. Like, as much as Real Madrid have not been playing amazing football, they still have amazing players that can, bring you these kind of wins when needed, especially when it's a side that's struggling with the system, struggling with an idea, and the players are not stepping up either. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see it. But yeah, that's my opinion for this. I think Real Madrid will get through to the round of 16. I hope not. I hope everything I said right now was completely wrong, and hopefully in the future I see this and I'm like, wow, you don't know ball at all. City will handle them, but we'll see. But the second leg at their Bernabeu is already a major disadvantage. Plus corruption. I mean, plus the fact that Real Madrid have good players. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited to watch those games. I will be streaming both those games, so make sure to tune in all my socials because on my socials I post every time I go live. So make sure to tune in for that because I'm gonna be hate watching the fook out of those games for sure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy my little talk about Manchester City, how they're struggling, and basically Real Madrid most likely getting through. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, let me know. Do you guys think that City will struggle and get completely demolished by Madrid and Real Madrid easily get through, or you think City can pop off and maybe do something this game? Who knows? These two games, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Madrid and UCL nights, bro, you can't. You can never count them out. Unfortunately, you can never count them out. But let me know what you guys think. Again, I hope you guys liked, subscribed, and favorited and shared to your friends that love football. Make sure to do all that. And I hope you guys enjoyed again. And much love and